The preceding edition of Channel 7 Eyewitness News was recorded for rebroadcast at this time.
A town tied together by tragedy searches together for solace and strength.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Now.
Jonesboro pays tribute to 4 students and a teacher at a memorial service. Hello from New York, I'm Mark Mullen.
And I'm Mike Von Fremd in for Asha Blake. Coming up later this half hour. If you're up now, you'll want to listen to this, tips for the sleepless, and the touchy debate over healing hands. First, the top of the news. Mark?
Mike, at least it was a step on the long road to recovery for the people of Jonesboro, Arkansas. Last night, thousands of mourners came to a memorial service for the 5 people killed in last week's schoolyard shooting. Here's ABC's Jim Sciutto.
Children and adults, residents and visitors, and families of the victims. More than 10,000 people came together Tuesday night to heal. First, the service memorialized the 4 students and 1 teacher who lost their lives last Tuesday when 2 young boys allegedly opened fire at the Westside Middle School.
Paige and Harry. Stephanie Dawn Johnson. Brittany Ryan Varner.
Participants then honored the emergency teams, police, counselors, everyone who served in the wake of the tragedy.
You have, by your example, given us great strength and courage. As you have wrapped your arms around your own and faced the future, your sense of community has been an example for all of the world.
Before the service ended, speakers looked ahead to the ways the tragedy at Westside could be turned into something positive.
If we begin to feel compassion and act on it, the acts of kindness from these untimely deaths could start a chain of love which could change the world.
Clearly, that message touched many who came here.
And I thought it was a very lovely ceremony, you know, and I think that the community really needed it because there's been there's been a damper on the entire community since this has happened. Everyone has been so depressed, you know, it's been really bad.
In a sense, the service was more of a beginning than an end. Jonesboro has buried the victims and caught the suspects, but the work of moving beyond the tragedy has just begun. Jim Sciutto, ABC News, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Authorities in Fremont, California, south of San Francisco, are urging vigilance this morning because of 6 bombs found since Sunday. 3 have exploded, but no one has been injured. Police say the bombs have some similarities. The Fremont police chief and a former chief appear to have been targets. A federal jury has found 5 of the so-called Montana Freemen guilty of criminal charges. Yesterday's verdict is the first stemming from the 81-day standoff between the anti-government militants and the FBI in 1996. 4 of the men were convicted of helping in the armed holdup of a TV crew, and 1 man was convicted of tax fraud. The jury acquitted 1 man, the owner of the farm where the Freemen holed up.
A Senate committee is investigating charges that virtual slave labor conditions exist in the U.S. territory of Saipan. The island in the Pacific is where many workers make clothes for such familiar American companies as Ralph Lauren and The Gap. Here's ABC's chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross.
Tens of thousands of contract workers are brought to this American island territory each year, most young women from China, who have been promised by recruiters they are going to good jobs in America. Instead, many find themselves kept behind barbed wire in rat-infested labor compounds and put to work in huge Chinese and Korean-owned garment factories, often under sweatshop conditions, making clothes for the American market, which can legally be labeled as made in the USA.
That's not American.
It's all possible because Saipan is allowed to set its own immigration policy, which Clinton administration officials told Congress is out of control and must be changed.
It has created a plantation economy dependent upon the massive importation on a continuing basis of low-paid, vulnerable, short-term, indentured workers.
Officials also confirmed what an ABC News 2020 investigation had found, that pregnant garment workers at some Saipan factories are forced to have abortions to keep their jobs.
When I told them I was pregnant, they told me to have an abortion.
With 11,000 Chinese workers here, have never seen a Chinese garment factory worker have a baby.
Governor Pedro Tenorio says he knows there are problems, but is still opposed to any change in the law.
I am deeply concerned that a federal takeover will have a disastrous effect in our economy.
Saipan has spent millions on Washington lobbyists and given top Republicans in Congress free trips to the beautiful Pacific Island, including one over Christmas for House Majority Whip Tom DeLay.
You represent everything that is good about what we're trying to do in America.
And DeLay and other Republicans have vowed to fight to keep the laws the way they are on Saipan. Brian Ross, ABC News.
Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat has visited a site with special meaning for Jews. Yesterday, Arafat toured the Amsterdam home where Anne Frank and her family hid for 2 years during World War II. Some Jewish groups criticized the visit as a political stunt.
Bella Abzug, who died yesterday, is being remembered as a pioneering feminist, but that was just one of her causes. Abzug also introduced the first gay rights bill in Congress and was an active opponent of the Vietnam War. More from Doug Johnson of station WABC-TV.
Bella Abzug was in Columbia Presbyterian Hospital recovering from heart surgery when she died at 77 years of age. Born the same year women got the vote, Bella had been an active, vocal, and colorful figure in politics and public affairs for many years. A woman's place is in the House of Representatives, Bella loved to say, and she was the first Jewish woman ever elected to the House of Representatives.
She was special. I would say that she was an earth force.
Ed Koch was a colleague of Bella Abzug, but he also battled with her many, many times. Koch said Bella left many marks, one a burning example for women around the world.
Creating a feeling out in the whole United States for young women who would say, well, Bella did it, Bella made it, Bella's in the lead.
For centuries, women have been denied control over their lives, self-determination and self-definition.
This noon hour, the president of the National Organization for Women said Bella was forceful in her own way.
She was not shy about exercising power as a vehicle to accomplish the progress that we sought for women and for all of us.
Bella Abzug left Congress to run for the Senate and lost, but she never really left politics. She was a strong supporter of Geraldine Ferraro in her run for Congress. Ferraro remembers some changes Bella brought about in Washington.
Women members of Congress are not allowed in the congressional pool because the guys used to swim naked. And she went down there and she said, I'm going swimming. I don't care what you guys do. I said, actually, they put on bathing suits. It made it a lot easier. When I got down there, I could swim laps. But it was because she had done it.
That report from Doug Johnson of WABC-TV.
Mark, Vice President Al Gore has hit the big 5-0. He celebrated crossing the half-century mark with a group of Nashville area children. After parting with the youngsters, Gore returned to Washington, where he did some charity construction work. In cities across America, baseball is back. More than 45,000 fans watched as Hall of Famer Stan Musial and Ted Williams helped the Tampa Bay Devil Rays open their first season. Not a good start, though. The Devil Rays fell to the Detroit Tigers 11-6. We'll have more on opening day coming up in a few minutes. But first, Mark, you've got a real treat for the weather today, don't we? Tell us about it. What's going on? What's special?
I don't know. There's just somebody who just showed up here off the street and came with all of these things. No, this is D, our intern, who's helping us out
D.
with a few graphics today.
Well, what have we got
Starting
here?
with nice 68 in nice.
That's good.
As we check this out, I will give you some details. Mainly rain from Maine to Florida, clear across the Midwest, California, and the Southwest are again the target of an El Nino-fueled storm. Temperatures, cue temperatures. Show D, temperatures throughout the West will be below normal.
Paris is burning.
No, Paris is to the west. It just depends on what direction you're going in. Above normal readings continue in the east. More on the national outlook, plus more international forecast. And Wednesday camels, and more D.
News Now weather, brought to you by Tagamet HB.
Help. Now you want help? Didn't need help eating those nachos. You still think you can eat like a kid?
Oh, my Lanta.
Wore off.
Yeah.
Want my Tagamet?
Please.
Don't say I never gave you anything.
Unlike regular antacids, Tagamet lasts for hours and hours, and Tagamet is fast, proven to start reducing stomach acid faster than Pepsid AC. With Tagamet, you can eat and sleep like a kid again.
Turn your tap water into clear, wonderful tasting water with the Brita water filtration pitcher. 98% of lead and chlorine is eliminated. Brita. Tap water transformed.
When I get feminine itching, I want more than fast relief. I want protection for that delicate skin.
And now only improved Vagisil cream gives you fast relief plus skin protection with a unique 2-medicine formula. The first one stops itching fast, while the second soothes and protects delicate skin.
Vagisil is just what I needed.
Now improved Vagisil gives you fast itch relief plus protection for delicate skin. And try Maximum Strength Vagisil for fast relief from painful burning itch.
You've got it handled. The quick and nimble DeVille with the North Star system. DeVille, for the time of your life.
If you haven't talked to your kids about drugs, make an appointment.
Dad, you want to talk to me?
Wednesday, it looks like a paradise where everyone is gorgeous and thin, but look what it has done to young girls. Is it an epidemic of eating disorders?
Plus, while you're away, is your landlord in your apartment? We found them snooping, stealing, peeping, and worse. How do you know?
Primetime, Wednesday.
World News Now Sports, brought to you by Cadillac DeVille.
Exciting day for baseball fans in the desert. Almost 48,000 showed up at the park known as Bob for the Diamondbacks premiere. The first pitch in D-backs history thrown by Andy Bennis to new rookie Mike Lansing. Travis Lee makes history not once but twice as Bob, the first hit in franchise history off Darryl Kyle, then the first long ball also off Kyle. Despite Lee's efforts, Arizona drops the opener 9-2. The Diamondbacks weren't the only team making their NL debut. The Brewers jumped leagues in the offseason, and as a reward, they got to face the National League's best, Greg Maddux and the Braves. Milwaukee should be happy. They actually scored off Maddux. Jeff Cirillo driving home Fernando Vina, but it's the bigs, and one run doesn't win too many ball games. Mike Matheny's throwing error in the ninth spoils the day for the Brew Crew. The Bravos, you are 2-1 winner. Perhaps no team was more excited about 1998 than the Chicago White Sox. After all, it was no longer 97, which was a never-ending nightmare for the Pale Hose. Texas starter John Burkett brought a perfect game into the fifth, but neither he nor the perfect game would make it out of the beer frame. That's the fifth inning, I'm told. Ventura and the Yard and Frank Thomas knocked in a few of his own. Sox win 9-2. Huge monster Titanic game out west as Seattle and Utah duke it out for the top spot of the conference. Dietl Schrempf puts the Sonics on top as time keeps on ticking into the sea. Jersey Hawkins adds another triple, setting up John Stockton's buzzer beater, but he's off the mark. Seattle's a half game up on the Jazz after the 88-86 win. Now here's a look at the rest of the day's scores.
Famous streak that's got us all aglow. He's just a man and not a freak. Joltin' Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio.
We want you and I. He tied the mark at 44, July the 1st, you know. Since then he's hit a good 12 more, joltin' Joe DiMaggio. Joe DiMaggio, we want you.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
You're disabled. You can't work. You need your Social Security disability benefits, but you can't stand the government's long lines, complicated forms, and busy telephones. And you don't have to.
We listen to you.
And we get results. Call Binder and Binder, the only national Social Security disability advocates. We'll tell you right away if we can help, and we'll send you a free copy of our newsletter and our Social Security booklet. 1-800-66-BINDER.
Elizabeth Machado said goodbye acne.
Thank you, Dr. Zismore.
Bernice Palmer said no more dark spots.
Thanks, Dr. Zismore.
Now you can have beautiful, clear skin. I'm Dr. Zismore, and I can help you look your best. My office provides great skin care at a fair price. Call me for an appointment at 212-594-SKIN, and you can start on the road to beautiful, clear skin now.
Look great this spring. Have a chemical peel at our office now. Call 212-594-SKIN for an appointment.
All of us do it, but most of us don't understand it. Sleep. Very few of us get enough. Lack of sleep is an American epidemic, and it has costs, productivity, accidents, and in just plain the way we feel. Well, you may not have known this, but this is National Sleep Awareness Week. We do note that around here, and here on the overnight shift, we are aware of sleep the other 51 weeks, too. But this morning, we have Dr. Joyce Wasleben, the director of the NYU Sleep Disorder Clinic, here to help. I have no idea where to begin with you. We have so many questions. Welcome. You should become a frequent contributor, say at least once a week.
I could keep you busy.
You could indeed. Who is your average patient?
Actually, our average patient are people who can't stay awake. They're the folks who are in jeopardy most of the day because they're falling asleep on the job or behind the wheel of the car, and they're forced to seek help. I think your audience is the other spectrum of people who just can't get to sleep, and that's our second group.
Unless, of course, somebody stays up all night and then they have to go to work, and then they're sort of nodding off during that circumstance. This seems to be a very hot topic, not only in general, but even, you know, the Wall Street Journal just came out with an article, the New York Times. Do there seem to be more people losing sleep these days, or is there just more awareness about it?
I think we're having more awareness. We're working very hard to educate the public. The National Sleep Foundation gave the quiz, which was in the Times this week, and over 80% of the people failed it. Just basic information about sleep. And what we're trying to do is educate people so that they will sleep better, at least give it a little bit more of a priority in their lives. I think it's an important part of our life, and we think we can do without it, but no more than we could do without food or water.
How much sleep does somebody need?
Probably 8 hours, and few of us ever get that.
What's the average sleep that someone working overnight usually
A
gets?
shift worker, probably 5 hours, and they may get it in 2 blocks, so you'll get a 2-hour nap and then maybe a 3-hour stint.
Is that worse than 1 block?
If it's done regularly, it's not worse than 1 block, but it's harder on the body. You don't ever get that fulfilling kind of sleep that you used to think about. We probably won't ever get it anyway. Most of our sleep was best before puberty. So.
And how much sleep does somebody who works a regular day shift get on the average?
They may get 6.5 to 7 hours on the average.
Okay.
So they're ahead of the game, and the sleep they get is better. Most of us are programmed to sleep well at night. So if you're a shift worker sleeping in the daytime, the sleep is not the same quality.
We'll get to some solutions in just a moment, but you have some quiz questions, we understand?
I do. I'm supposed to give you quiz questions.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
First one is, does your brain rest during sleep?
No, I would say.
Good. Excellent. It doesn't. It does a lot of things. It's a very, very busy time of the night. So that was a good answer.
Okay.
Let's see. Snoring is harmless if it doesn't wake anyone up.
Yes.
Wrong.
Wrong?
Wrong. Snoring is a symptom of a breathing disorder during the night. Doesn't mean that everyone who snores has that disorder, but it's the cardinal symptom of sleep apnea. And that's when air doesn't pass and people are losing oxygen and waking up every minute.
One thing I want to get to before we run out of time are some good tips for people. Are there 2 or 3 that just come to mind?
Good tip is to stay on a regular schedule. Even night workers should stay on that schedule on their days off. And good night sleepers
even on weekends?
Should get up at the same time every morning. That's probably the best thing you can do to stay regular.
What about things like warm milk and some of the traditional...
They're great. It doesn't have to be warm, but milk, turkey, bananas, all have sleep-promoting properties in them. So that's a smart choice. About an hour before bedtime. So is a warm bath. That's also relaxing.
Melatonin has become really popular. What's your whole idea on...
My feeling on melatonin is that it is still a product we're not sure about. The data is very mixed on that. Yes, it can change the phase or the timing of your sleep, but so can the sun if you use it properly. And I'm concerned about the safety of a pill or substance that isn't really checked upon. It's an organic health food store item. We don't know who's making it or where it's coming from. The other part to it is that they sell it in large doses, much more than we ever could make biologically.
Overnight shift workers, can folks get used to their schedule? I still keep thinking that there's something in the body which just says that we're supposed to be asleep during the night and awake during the day.
Most of us are, as you say, but there are people who could work very well at night because their clocks are different, and if they find a night job, they're very happy people. You may not be able to change your real biological clock, but you can make yourself a little more comfortable by following some good routines.
I have a quiz for you on this April Fool's. Ready?
Yeah.
Doctors recommend at least a gallon of black coffee for overnight work. True or false?
Wrong.
False. People can compensate for working overnight during the week by sleeping from Friday afternoon through Sunday morning.
Hardly.
The impact of working overnight can be reduced by secretly sleeping on the job with your eyes open and your mouth moving.
Like we're doing now?
Exactly.
Okay.
Working overnight makes you more freaking irritable. True or false?
Probably true. Sleep loss makes you irritable.
Other staff members. Is it harmful for someone who's just a little bit of an insomniac? Many of our viewers who are just losing maybe 30 minutes, an hour of sleep a night?
It's not terrible, but it's correctable. You know, I think a lot of people program themselves and train themselves to wake up at the same time every night because they look at their clock. Turn the clock around, and it's magic how you forget you're woken up. You can sleep through the night.
Interesting. Can we draft you to come back again?
Oh,
sure.
Chat a little
bit more?
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Joyce Wasleben. You're watching ABC's World News Now.
I can't get my kids to eat right. All they want is junk food. My kids love rich chocolate Ovaltine, and it's got vitamins Nestle Quick and Hershey's syrup don't. When my kids want chocolate milk, it's rich chocolate Ovaltine.
More Ovaltine, please!
Using the Gold Bond Cornstarch Plus, that seemed to just get rid of that diaper rash.
Medicated Gold Bond Cornstarch Plus Baby Powder has triple action to absorb, soothe, and protect against wetness.
He's very happy with it.
Gold Bond Cornstarch Plus, more than a baby powder, it's medication.
Beneath the skin exists a framework. Solid in design, resilient, and ready to give you the most exciting performance you may have ever had behind the wheel. Call 1-888-4A Grand Am for an even closer look. It's excitement well built. The all-new Grand Am by Pontiac.
The other day, I'm driving down Broadway when that pastrami on ride catches up with me. Heartburn, big time. My passenger says, "Here, take a Zantac 75. I say, "What are you, a doctor?" And he says, "Yeah."
The medicine in Zantac 75 is the #1 doctor-prescribed acid reducer. It relieves even your toughest heartburn, controlling acid for up to 12 hours.
A real gentleman, that doctor.
Zantac 75, the final word in heartburn relief.
Right, Seattle. I start my job on Monday. I want to do something about my retirement plan.
Okay, no problem.
Jane, Andy, please!
Sounds like your hands are pretty full there. Don't worry about this. A rollover specialist can handle all the transfer paperwork for you and make sure you avoid penalties. We can also help you with the new tax laws.
Oh, thanks. You've been a really big help.
Oh, good. Good luck with the move.
Touch therapy is based on the theory that illness is sometimes caused by the disruption of a person's alleged energy field, and that another person's energy field can be used to set it right, perhaps by realigning their karma. Some serious medical professionals use touch therapy. Now there's a highly critical review of touch therapy from a surprising source, as ABC's Deborah Amos reports.
Emily Rosa, a 6th grade scientist. Remarkably, it's her study that's being published by the Journal of the American Medical Association.
The main thing is you have to think of a good test. And that wasn't very hard for me.
A test that's the basis of the highly critical article on therapeutic touch therapy.
It's the idea that matters, it's the science that matters, and it's the way it's written up that matters, not the age of the people who do the work.
I'm conducting an experiment to measure how well you and others can feel the human energy field.
Emily's experiment was a project for her 4th grade science fair 2 years ago. It was repeated and filmed last year. She tested a basic claim of therapeutic touch therapy. The therapist can actually feel a human energy field above the body. 25 professional practitioners agreed to be tested.
Okay.
Each therapist had to identify which hand was closest to Emily's hand by feeling the human energy field.
This hand.
She flipped a coin to determine left or right. Each therapist was tested 10 times.
Okay, you got one right.
The results, the therapist got it right only 44% of the time, no better than random chance.
1, 3.
Emily's parents, one a nurse, the other a mathematician, wrote up her experiment and submitted it to JAMA last year.
Our toughest statistical reviewers said this is pure gold. A beautiful, clean design carried out in a beautiful way with absolutely stunning statistics.
Statistics that even a child could understand? That's part of JAMA's message to patients.
If they want somebody waving their hands around them because it makes them feel good in some kind of way, that's just fine. But I think it's basically humbug.
Don't pay for this, warns JAMA, unless science actually proves it can do you any good. Deborah Amos, ABC News, Denver.
You know, it's truly amazing that a young girl is able to come up with something that impresses medicine that well. That's news for this half hour.
Coming up, more news from ABC.
Wake up to a friendly, reliable, hotel-style wake-up call. Call 540-WAKE. Get appointments to keep, no need to lose sleep. Call 540-WAKE 24 hours a day from a touch-tone phone, just $2. You worked hard to be a success. You deserve the best. So pick up the phone right now and call 540-WAKE for your own wake-up call. That's 540-WAKE. For service outside New York State, call 1-900-976-WAKE.
I remember my first time. I'll never forget it because I was so nervous, but so excited too. I mean, I heard a lot about it and how great it was. All my friends were doing it and I wanted to do it too. It was even better than I thought. And now, I do it almost every night.
I was the first in my group to do it. I remember my first time. I was so excited that, well, you can guess what happened. Now that I'm experienced at it, I go on for hours at a time, sometimes all night long.
Welcome to the Night Exchange, where hundreds of people in your area are on the line right now. Want to get in on the action? Just pick up the phone and call. And if it's your first time, you can enjoy a 1-hour membership on the Night Exchange absolutely free. It's not a party line. It's not a 900 number. It's simply the area's hottest new way for adults to safely connect with other adults by exchanging voice messages or talking live one-on-one. Take it further only if you feel comfortable. It's 24-hour-a-day fun, flirtation, or anything you want it to be. And it's as easy as picking up your phone. So call now and take advantage of this special TV offer.
Give it a try. It won't hurt a bit.
It might be your first time, but I guarantee it won't be your last. Call the Night Exchange.
To wake up your senses, call the Night Exchange now. Men call 212-949-2277. Women call 212-949-8844. Enter code 900.
How to finally get a good night's sleep. Next Oprah.
Jonesboro tries to find sense in the senseless.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Now.
The president sends words of comfort to a community shattered by loss. Hello from New York, I'm Mike Von Fremd in for Asha Blake.
Good morning, nice to have you with us on this Wednesday. I'm Mark Mullen. Coming up a little bit later this half hour, trying to crack down on assault weapons. And baseball's big day on their news from Florida. First, though, let's get you up to date on the top of the news. Mike begins with that.
Thanks, Mark. The people of Jonesboro, Arkansas are trying to come to terms with their loss. Thousands of mourners came to a memorial service last night. They paid tribute to the 4 students and a teacher who were killed in a schoolyard ambush last week. A videotape message from President Clinton, who was in Africa, was played at the service.
St. Paul reminds us that we all see things in this life through a dark glass, that we only partly understand what is happening to us. But one day, face to face with God, we will see all things, even as He sees us. For 4 fine young girls and an outstanding teacher, that day has come. May God bless them, their families, and all of you.
The 2 boys accused of the killings are being kept in separate jail cells. 11-year-old Andrew Golden and 13-year-old Mitchell Johnson are said not to fully understand the situation they are in. Johnson's father says his son is very remorseful. News reports say Mitchell Johnson may have been accused of molesting a little girl in Minnesota last summer.
The shock and pain of Jonesboro's attack are helping revive an old debate in Washington. Some Democratic lawmakers want to strengthen the nation's gun laws in hopes of avoiding similar tragedies. ABC's Andrea McCarran has a story.
Just look at this.
Perhaps the most powerful image at this Capitol Hill news conference was a gun manufacturer's poster of a young girl amidst a display of weapons. Democratic lawmakers say it points to how apathetic our country has become to the potentially dangerous link between children and guns.
This is a 90-round drum.
Senator Dianne Feinstein is among the architects of a bill that would ban the sale of high-capacity ammunition clips, like the kind used a week ago in the Jonesboro, Arkansas shootings.
These weapons are designed so that you don't really need to aim. You spray and fire.
In Jonesboro, there was a moment of silence to remember the victims. On Capitol Hill, a co-sponsor of the ammunition bill even blamed that tragedy on the members of Congress who have long fought gun control.
Because this didn't happen by accident. And it will happen again. Many times.
In fact, last year alone, more than 9,000 Americans were casualties of gun violence.
The hurt and the pain that families feel when they've lost someone to a gun is something that you can't legislate.
But these Democratic lawmakers hope they can legislate a solution. They believe their Republican counterparts will support this bill, even though it is already facing opposition from the gun industry. Andrea McCarran, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
When the House takes up a transportation bill today, it won't include a drunk driving measure backed by President Clinton. Mr. Clinton proposed a national standard for acceptable blood alcohol levels. Despite protests from such groups as Mothers Against Drunk Driving, the House Rules Committee excluded the issue from the bill. Mark?
One University of California administrator, Mike, calls admissions figures for the upcoming freshman class a source of great concern. This is the first class since race was dropped as an admissions criteria. At UCLA, Black, Hispanic, and Native American admissions are down more than a third. At UC Berkeley, they are down 55%. San Diego down 34%. At UC Davis down 23%, and UC Irvine down 10%. The judge in the Paula Jones President Clinton case is apparently getting fed up with both sides. Federal Judge Susan Weber Wright warned the attorneys that both will face sanctions if they reveal more information or the identities of witnesses, which are supposed to remain confidential.
oversees a situation that literally has left the residents of a major city in the dark. ABC's Nathan Thomas has this story from London this morning. Good morning, Nathan.
Good morning, Mike. If somebody told you you'd have to live without electricity for the next couple of months, you'd expect the next thing said to be April Fools. But it's no joke in Auckland, New Zealand, where the power went out more than a month ago. It's not surprising the people of Auckland are angry at the electric company after 4 separate cables that supply power to the city all failed. Electricity is one of those things you don't think much about till you don't have it.
It's there all the time. I mean, you live, drink it, sleep it. You know, I mean, it's just an absolute bloody disaster.
June Foster's gift shop is just one of the businesses that have gone bankrupt because of the power crisis. Candlelight has lost its romance in shops and restaurants that have lost 90% of their business because people are afraid to be downtown in the dark. Many businesses try to keep going by moving into homes outside of Auckland. At its worst, the power shortage blacked out the entire skyline of New Zealand's largest city and key commercial center. Over the weeks, more and more emergency generators have been brought in to keep essential services like hospitals from closing completely. Elevators in high-rise buildings work some of the time, but rather than risk getting stuck, many still opt for the exercise, even on a dark stairway. Hopes were dashed last week when a new power cable failed, making full restoration of electricity perhaps months away. So they are coping, and some say the hardship brings out the humanity of people. Witness opening night at the Symphony in the summer heat.
Please be comfortable, take your ties off, your jackets, and we're gonna do the same thing. How about that? You like it?
Coping. And it makes you realize how resourceful people can be when they're forced to do without something we all think we can't do without. Mike?
Oh, Nathan. Obviously, the electric company was at fault, but do we know exactly what happened?
Oh, yes, and the electric company is pretty much in trouble. Apparently, they were trying to boost profits by scrimping on maintenance, hoping no one would notice. Well, people noticed, Mike.
Boy, they sure did. Wow, people have noticed.
This story now, nagging may be annoying, but it apparently works for most kids. In a new marketing survey, mothers acknowledged that half of their toy purchases were prompted by kids nagging. The same goes for about a third of children's movie tickets, as well as food. I guess we shouldn't be surprised. It worked for all of us,
They learned early in life the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think nagging is a good strategy. That's what you want. You nag on this set, you get better. I don't know. You tell me what you get if you nag on this set.
We got terrific food. Look at this.
Yeah, we do.
We get stuff in cellophane now after we complain about the bagels. But anyway, the weather. Wow, it's happening again.
Well, am I doing the weather? Let me do the weather then. So, Mark, nagging won't affect the weather, so here's the forecast. El Nino strikes the West Coast once again. A day of rain also for East Coast residents and those around the Great Lakes. Above normal temperatures continue in the east, cooler than normal in the west. Here's more on the national outlook, plus local forecasts, and World News Now director Don Davis's African adventure. Watch Don go.
Just
World News Now weather, brought to you by AT&T.
Matt, got your email. Vancouver? Genius. Passed it on to Epps. He's running it through the Northwest.
Hey, Matt. Ideas a hit in the Northwest. I've got purchasing checking suppliers.
You want it up top. Client briefing. Your Vancouver idea.
Want to take your business to the next level?
Hey, Dad, what are you doing up?
Reliving your mother's stuffed peppers.
Heartburn again, huh? What are you taking?
Tums, and I'm back for more.
You still taking that stuff? Look, Dad, take a Pepsid AC. One tiny pill controls acid all night.
So I can get some sleep.
Next time, take one before dinner, and you can stop heartburn before it starts.
Before it starts?
You don't see me suffering, do you?
What are you guys doing now?
Nothing, dear. We were talking about your peppers.
Peppers, yeah.
I got some in the fridge.
You can sleep heartburn-free with Pepsid AC.
There are thousands of square miles to explore. And that's just on the inside. Chevy Tahoe.
Opening day in the majors was Long Ball City yesterday. With some help from Dr. John, we take you out to the ball game.
Take me out to the ball game. Breaking, take me out to the ground. Find me some peanuts and a cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. My home team. And if I don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, or 3 nights till I'm at the old ball game.
Well, you may notice you did not see any home runs from the Phillies there because they didn't score yesterday, let alone send a ball out of the yard. But they are hopeful in the city of Ashburn. Schmidt, Carlton, and Bake McBride. Just ask ESPN's Tim Kirkjian.
So who are these Phillies? Are they the team that won 24 games the first half of last year and appeared headed for one of the worst seasons in Major League history? Or are they the team that had a better second half record than either team that played in the 97 World Series? The 98 Phillies are somewhere in between. Not that bad, not that good. They have pluses, a 300 strikeout ace in Curt Schilling, a quality closer Ricky Bottalico, and terrific infield defense led by third baseman Scott Rowland. And they have minuses, 3 starting pitchers trying to rebound from injuries, and an offense that hit the fewest homers in the major leagues last year, 116. Mark McGwire hit half that many by himself.
I think the only difference between us and the other 29 clubs right now is we have more ifs than everybody else. You know, if everybody stays healthy, if some guys can do some jobs that they've been given, if those things happen, we have a chance to compete.
No ifs about Schilling, who struck out more hitters, 319, than any right-hander in NL history. And no 300 strikeout pitcher ever walked fewer than Schilling's 58. Garrett Stevenson, who is 6-2 with a 2.52 ERA the second half, is fighting for the 5th starter spot with Matt Beach looking over his shoulder. A potential problem was averted when center fielder Lenny Dykstra put his comeback attempt on hold because of recurring back stiffness. That opened the way for Doug Glanville, acquired from the Cubs, who is 7 years younger than Dykstra, better defensively, and has a much stronger arm. The Phillies traded their middle infield to get Glanville and right fielder Bobby Abreu, who is expected to add needed power to the lineup. New shortstop Desi Relaford can catch the ball, but might not hit, and second baseman Mark Lewis is with his 5th team in as many years. The Phillies went to the World Series in 1993. Since then, they're the only team in baseball that hasn't won at least 70 games in a season. That is a reachable goal this year.
That is also our regular sports report for this half hour.
Coming up, diamonds in the rough.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Discover your Italian furniture connection. Admire the charm and beauty of Italian and Baroque designs. Visit our leather and mahogany gallery. Most items in stock for immediate free delivery. Make your Italian furniture connection now and save up to 40% off list prices. Nino Madia Furniture, 8707 Kennedy Boulevard in North Bergen, is your Italian furniture connection.
Meet Together, the world's largest personal introduction service.
They sort of do it for you. You have a chance to go out and not have to work. You just go out and have fun.
We make sure to begin with that you're compatible. Then if you have the chemistry and the attraction, you have a much stronger foundation for the relationship.
It was very relaxing, much more comfortable than just meeting someone on a blind date, say.
There's a Together office near you. Call today.
In 1990, St. Petersburg, Florida built it. Yesterday they came. Major League Baseball came to Phoenix, Arizona also. Officially, they are the Tampa Bay Devil Rays and the Arizona Diamondbacks. And after opening day, they are both 0-1. Nevertheless, just having a home team is victory enough for many fans, at least for now. Here is some of their news from WFTS in Tampa and KNXV in Phoenix.
News 15 at 10 starts now.
It's bigger than the 4th of July. Arizona putting on the Ritz. And quite a show as the baseball dream comes alive. Major League Baseball is finally here. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks' big debut.
I don't care if you're a baseball fan. If you came here tonight to watch the Diamondbacks play, you're probably going to leave a baseball fan. Major League Baseball finally arrived in the Valley. We've got a lot of highlights to show you, a lot of firsts for the Diamondbacks. And early on, it was the first pitch ever in Major League history here as Andy Bennis threw the pitch. It was a ball, just a home run taking place here as I'm going on. Later on, the first ever base hit for the Diamondbacks, it was Travis Lee. Then later on, top of the 6th, the Rockies broke in Bank One Ballpark. Vinny Castilla with a 2-run home run. That made it 3-0 for the Rockies. Then later on, bottom of the 6th, Travis Lee back for more. This guy's first ever big league game, and he played like a veteran. He is a natural. Ropes it to right field. A solo home run, his first ever big league dinger. That made it 3-1, and right now it is 8-1 in favor of the Rockies. Top of the 7th inning. That's the latest. The game obviously will go on late until the night. You know, about 50,000 people came here tonight, and I don't care if you were sitting down front in the front row, out in the swimming pool that's out in right field, or in those dollar seats. Every seat here really has a great vantage point. Earlier today, Bob Slovak had a chance to check it out, and here's what he found.
You're not going to find a bad seat, but where's the best seat in the ballpark? Well, the search has to start behind home plate. I would think when we're talking best seat in the house, behind home plate's not too bad.
No, it's certainly terrific. It is. It's beyond my dreams.
Well, those go for $50 a pop. For $1, the view's not too bad.
This is absolutely perfect. Perfect. I can see everything. We got binoculars. I can see everybody.
Need plenty of room for the kids. The picnic area will keep them happy. Are y'all big baseball fans?
Yeah.
Diamondback fans?
Yeah. I don't know yet.
Well, without a doubt, whether you're watching the game or not, the best seat in the house has to be here in the pool area.
We're waiting for the bikini-clad friends of yours, right?
You are, but I'm married. Right?
I'm married too.
Good answer.
For the record.
With photographer Bob Nikolai, Bob Slovak, News 15 Sports.
And now, 28 Tampa Bay News.
And the first pitch in Double Ray history.
It was an historic day for Tampa Bay. Tonight, we have the Devil Rays' first Major League game covered. Thanks for choosing 28 Tampa Bay News. I'm Marty Tucker.
And I'm Brendan McLaughlin. Our first news story at 11 is the history that played out in St. Petersburg tonight. The boys of summer used to all pack up and head north this time of year, but this time, some are staying. The night sky over St. Pete was lit up with the orange glow from Tropicana Field, capping a day of firsts for Tampa Bay. 28 Tampa Bay's Mark Joella is live at Ferg's Sports Bar, which is sure to turn into a post-game hangout. Mark, what are the fans saying down there tonight?
Well, Brendan, I'll tell you, they'd rather be celebrating a victory this opening day. Instead, even though the Rays rallied in the bottom of the ninth, they still lost to the Detroit Tigers 11-6. But you know what? You talk to fans here, they're not talking too much about that loss. Instead, they're talking a lot about history, like the first pitch. Here it is, a photo of it on the front page of a special edition of the St. Petersburg Times out tonight. This was the very first moment in a game fans will never forget. The Devil Rays hit the field in front of a sellout crowd of 45,000 fans.
It's great to see the people and the excitement, and I'm just proud to be here.
Devil Rays diehards called in sick, pulled their kids out of school, anything so they'd be in the dome to see history in the making.
I wouldn't miss it for anything if I had this weekend.
You seem like you almost can't handle it.
I mean it. It's the most exciting thing. Finally, baseball to Tampa Bay. I mean, what could be better?
Well, the final score could have been a little bit better, but fans say even a lopsided loss couldn't spoil the Rays' first day.
Absolutely not. I don't care. I love baseball. And they played such a good game. My hands are killing me. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself with my mom.
And after the final out, fans swamped the stadium store, snatching up caps and jerseys for the rest of the season.
Worked hard. They worked hard. They showed a lot of stuff today. They got heart. They'll be okay.
This historic opening day featured a lot of firsts. These are some of the first fans that made their way through the gates of Tropicana Field. Some of them waited outside in the hot sun for hours before the doors opened around 2:30 this afternoon. But once inside, fans got to shake hands with some of the Devil Ray players. You don't see that every day. And they were treated to a live jazz band. But some people with tickets didn't get to see the game. They were among the first arrests, busted for scalping tickets. Police had a promised crackdown on scalpers. They arrested 23 people outside Tropicana Field today. Under Florida law, it is illegal to sell a ticket for more than $1 over its face value.
That was a look at their news from WFTS in Tampa and KNXV in Phoenix.
A lot of crumpling of papers around here. You're watching ABC's World News Now.
It's the one material that helps preserve the Earth by being recycled more than anything else in the world. But it doesn't always fit in those little recycling bins. The new steel. Feel the strength.
Come closer. I smoke, but can you see tar stains on my teeth? Or smell tobacco on my breath? My mouthwash is Targon.
We stain tiles with tobacco tar. After rinsing in Targon mouthwash, the tar is gone.
Make Targon your brand.
A message about heartburn and GERD from the American College of Gastroenterology.
With over 200 heartburn medicines, how do you know what's best for you? And how do you know that burning pain you have isn't something more serious than simple heartburn? If you're taking over-the-counter medications more than twice a week, or if your medicine doesn't completely relieve your symptoms, stop taking chances. See a doctor. Maybe there's a better medicine that will help you live pain-free.
To learn more about heartburn and GERD, call 1-800-HRT-BURN.
Why is America on America Online?
Email. Travel arrangements. We check out the news that I want. We can shop.
I get the sports without waiting for the TV news.
Instant messages. You name it. Online, I've got it.
America Online. Easy to use, friendly menus.
Click, you're online.
And we've spent over $500 million to more than triple capacity, all to make your online experience easier.
I can check my stocks all day long.
It puts the whole internet right at my fingertips.
It's so easy my dad can use it.
America Online. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
It's hard to tell the difference between Buick Century and many of today's expensive luxury cars. Look closer and you'll find a rather distinguishing feature. A Consumer's Digest Best Buy. Century by Buick. Well equipped for under $20,000. And now it's a Best Buy that's even easier to buy with 1.9 APR GMAC financing or special leases.
It's too hot, too hot, too hot for TV. Here it is, the tape you've been waiting for. World News Now, too hot for TV. Uncensored. All the outrageous, unpredictable, unscripted moments from your favorite early morning news broadcast. Moments you'll never see on any other network news show.
Oh, Mark Mullen, you're my secret agent.
I love that woman.
They let them do that on TV?
Hi, I'm Jerry Springer, and whenever I'm in America, I watch ABC World News Now.
World News Now, too hot for TV. Don't order yours today, because you're smart enough to know this is only a joke.
Well done. How much are we charging for that? We're going to breed Jerry Springer with that?
I want to buy it. I think
Mr.
that's
Von
what I
Frimm,
do.
well, you've been here 3 days, so we'll actually give it to you for free. But thanks very much for filling in. It's always nice to have you.
It's been
Any
great.
thoughts on this?
I learned a lot. I learned a lot about sleep disorders from your report. I feel a lot of sleep disorders from my report.
From you personally. Well, I know it's only 3 days, and it's not like it's a really long run, but we wanted to give you something to remember.
This
to broadcast
is the
by.
this
No,
is
we just wanted to give you a copy of the script from today. That's my page over here.
Does it look better going right into the camera?
Nice having you around. Nathan, you should be glad you're not here this morning. You're not subjected to all of this.
Sell this in the next tape.
So.
What do you got for us?
Will this go all the way overseas, Nathan?
There you go.
Will it come through on the other side?
It's April Fool's Day, of course, and they take that very seriously here in Britain, in the media particularly. It's very hard to tell. You've got to watch very closely with newspapers and television. On TV this morning, there's already been a story about the tourist submarines being put into the Thames River to take people to the Millennium Dome, so you can see the flora and fauna of the Thames, one of the dirtier rivers around. Here's a story. Super Bowl 2000 going to be in the Millennium Dome in London. It's written like it really could be happening, but probably not. Another one, after 500 years, they thought it was extinct. It's back. It's the red herring.
Well done.
Fool's in London.
Very well. Thank you very much, Nathan. Happy April Fool's to you.
Happy April Fool's Day, Nathan.
And let's say goodbye by showing something that actually happened. Don Davis, foolish enough on a South African adventure, decides to go bungee jumping.
There's an incredible freedom that comes from owning a cellular phone.
I've been expecting your call. Yes.
And once you experience it, there's no turning back. Hi, I'm Dick Clark, and now everyone can enjoy the freedom of the new ISIS cellular phone from Philips with AT&T wireless services for just pennies a day. You can make a call anywhere.
Hello.
Or get a call anytime. Change of plans?
Well, call us if you need it.
No problem with the ISIS cellular phone. Stuck in traffic? Change that meeting before you're late.
Yeah, let's change that meeting to 10.
Got car trouble?
My car's broken down. Can you come and help?
Help is just a call away. And here's a great feature. A one-touch button for instant access to 911. And it can even operate using regular AA batteries in an emergency. It even has a 20-number built-in phone book. And best of all, there are no high-pressure salesmen to deal with. Just call the 800 number from the comfort of your home, and our friendly staff will help you. The phone arrives at your door within a few days, ready to use. There's an incredible freedom that comes with owning a cellular phone. So don't waste the day waiting for that call. Take the phone with you and make the most of your
I was
time.
expecting your call.
Get the Philips ISIS cellular phone, a $199 value, now just $19.95 through this DirecTV offer, complete with battery and charger. But wait, call now and get this genuine leather case, a $30 value, absolutely free. And when you sign up for an annual rate plan, you'll receive 30 included minutes each month for 12 months and unlimited off-peak airtime. We'll even pay any activation fee. It's an incredible offer.
There's never been an easier way to own a cellular telephone. And when you buy direct, you save a bundle. So pick up the phone, New York. It's for you.
There has never been a better time to go cellular.
And with your Philips ISIS phone, activated with AT&T wireless service, made available by Worldwide Direct, you'll have everything you need. To order, call the number on your screen. Along with your phone, you receive a free leather case and rapid charger. Pick up the phone, New York. It's for you.
Rob Hanrahan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Private pain and public grieving in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Now.
Thousands gather to remember 5 people in the shocking manner in which they died. We are in New York. I'm Mark Mullen.
And I'm Mike Von Fremden for Asha Blake. Also coming up this half hour, electronic gadgets you can start asking loved ones to buy for you. And Drew Carey, California outlaw. We begin with the top of the news. Mark?
Mike, thanks very much. The people of Jonesboro came together for a memorial service to remember the events of last week and to put those events behind them. In the front row sat a teacher wounded in last week's shooting and released from the hospital just hours before the service. ABC's Aaron Hayes has more on the emotional tribute.
Thousands poured in here, a community together in grief.
As a result of events on Tuesday, March 24th, our community will never be the same again.
Here to mourn those lost, comfort those hurt, and that is so many. In this town, nearly everyone has been hurt in some way by the tragedy. Attorney General Janet Reno came to Jonesboro.
You have, by your example, given us great strength and courage.
President Clinton, in a taped message, paid tribute to those who died.
Our prayers have been with their families and with all of you over these last few days. Every one of them made Jonesboro a better place. Every one of them had much to live for and much still to give.
Afterward, the names of all who died were read.
Natalie Danielle Brooks, Paige Ann
This is the
Carey.
final memorial service planned here. It is the fervent hope that this will bring everyone some measure of peace. Aaron Hayes, ABC News, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
There's a push in Congress to ban certain ammunition clips, including the type used in the Jonesboro shooting. 2 Democrats introduced legislation banning clips with more than 10 rounds. There's a similar law now in the books, but with major loopholes. A federal jury has found 5 of the so-called Montana freemen guilty of criminal charges. Yesterday's verdict is the first stemming from the 81-day standoff between the anti-government militants and the FBI in 1996. 4 of the men were convicted of helping in the armed holdup of a TV crew, and 1 man was convicted of tax fraud. The jury acquitted 1 man, the owner of the farm where the freemen holed up.
She was the kind of woman feminists took as a role model. Yesterday, former New York Congresswoman Bella Abzug died of complications from heart surgery. Abzug won her seat in 1970 with the slogan, "This woman's place is in the House of Representatives." She championed the underdog and was a vocal critic of the Vietnam War. Abzug was 77 years old. Mike.
Mark, the government has conducted the most intense scrutiny of its financial books ever, and a congressional watchdog says that if the government was an ordinary business, it would be out of business. Here's ABC's John Martin.
It's the first time that every agency of the U.S. government, from the Pentagon to the Energy Department to Housing and Urban Development, has had to lay open its books for a complete audit. And what they found is shocking. It could be hundreds of billions of dollars unaccounted for. But things are such a mess, the auditors don't even know if that's a fair number.
We don't know what it costs to run government, and we don't know how much we're paying out in fraud and fraudulent payments in this country. It could not be much of a bleaker picture.
A picture so dim that 16 of 24 agencies could not come up with acceptable explanations of where their money had gone.
How could this happen? If CEOs ran their corporations like the federal government, they'd most likely be fired. But just look at what the audit uncovered.
The worst case, the Pentagon. It has no reliable data on how much it will cost to dispose of its old weapon systems. This alone could cost tens of billions of dollars. Congressman Steve Horn says for 2 years, the Army has been unable to produce the paperwork for $25 billion in payments for everything from payrolls to procurement.
I'm going to have a hearing in a couple of weeks. Okay, folks, you've had 2 years to clean it up. Where do we find the $25 billion?
Then there's Medicare, $23 billion paid out improperly in just 1 year. And housing and urban development, $900 million in overpayments for subsidized housing, 1 out of every $18 it spends. So what does the government have to say about this? Its chief financial officer says the White House, which initiated the audit, is not surprised.
It's like cleaning out your closet after 200 years and finding things that you'd forgotten about and things that needed attention.
So the only good news, America is finally finding out how bad things are when it comes to keeping track of the money. John Martin, ABC News, Washington.
One University of California administrator calls admission figures for the upcoming freshman class a source of great concern. It is the first class since race was dropped as an admissions criteria in California, a racially diverse state. At UCLA, Black, Hispanic, and Native American admissions are down more than a third. At UC Berkeley, they are down 55%, San Diego down 34%, and at UC Davis, near Sacramento, down 23%. UC Irvine, down 10%. Mike.
Mark, in cities across America, baseball is back. More than 45,000 fans watched as Hall of Famers Stan Musial and Ted Williams helped the Tampa Bay Devil Rays open their first season. Not a good start, though. The Devil Rays fell to the Detroit Tigers 11-6. We're going to have some new names to learn with 2 expansion teams coming up. Baseball season is starting. And we've got a little treat for the weather today, don't we?
We're going to get a little help in the temperatures department first. First, before we begin, though, we should say at least baseball should be interesting this year. They're trying to purposely make it a little bit more interesting by the expansion teams.
Expansion. Some people say the pitching isn't going to be as good because of expansion. And a lot of people say El Nino is going to mess everything up. There's going to be lots of rained out games.
So we'll see. But this is a real El Nino.
Yeah.
La Nina weather expert. So checking your weather, severe El Nino driven storms. As we roll up that teleprompter, please. April Fool's on me. Yeah, storms pound the California coast.
The set looked a lot better with her, Mark. What are we looking at the map for?
It's coming. Rain also around the Great Lakes and along the eastern seaboard where it won't be, I'll read quickly, won't be quite as warm. There you go. Although temperatures remain above normal. Below normal readings in the southwest. Hear more on the National Outlook, local forecast, World News Now director Don Davis's African Adventure, and Mike Von Frem's favorite temperatures.
World News Now weather, brought to you by Pontiac.
What's the #1 ranked minivan by car and driver? The rugged Montana from Pontiac. With not 1, but 2 sliding doors. Something handy for whoever's passing through.
Let's get out of Dodge.
Life is more exciting in Montana by Pontiac.
He's probably not thinking about how steel-reinforced side impact beams protect him in a car accident. you should. The new Steel. Feel the strength.
You can get your dentures fresh or extra fresh. Only Efferdent Plus has Listerine ingredients to get them extra fresh. Efferdent Plus. The plus is extra freshness.
When I get feminine itching, I want more than fast relief. I want protection for that delicate skin.
And now, only improved Vagisil cream gives you fast relief plus skin protection with a unique two-medicine formula. The first one stops itching fast, while the second soothes and protects delicate skin.
Vagisil is just what I needed.
Now, improved Vagisil gives you fast itch relief plus protection for delicate skin. And try Maximum Strength Vagisil for fast relief from painful burning itch.
Great. Now, you know, the other thing we wanted to talk to you about was mutual funds that help minimize the capital gains taxes.
They don't exist, sweetheart.
Actually, index funds can do that.
Really?
Yeah. Some are designed to be more tax efficient. And given your long-term goals, it might be an option that makes sense for you.
I stand corrected.
So sit down. This is the one I was texting.
This is index funds here. It's a whole pamphlet.
This morning, think you're too young for a will? Think again. Wait till you see this. The buck starts here.
On Good Morning America.
This morning.
Drew! Lewis, Oswald, look, it's the whole gang. We're from ABC's new Wednesday show. Do you guys are grilling a pizza place?
We're on, like, right after you guys. Isn't that great?
Just give him the pizza.
Hey!
Two guys, a girl, and a pizza place right after Drew Carey. ABC tonight.
World News Now Sports, brought to you by Charles Schwab.
Walt Whitman wrote in 1864, "In our sundown perambulations of late through the outer parts of Brooklyn, we have observed several parties of youngsters playing base, a certain game of ball. Let us go forth a while and get better air in our lungs. Let us leave our close rooms. The game of ball is glorious." Well, there's no baseball in Brooklyn anymore, but on opening day, the game of base was glorious, and the Dodgers were alive, if not well. Roger Maris, your home run record's in trouble. Cardinal Mark McGwire gets things done in a hurry. His grand slam off Raymond Martinez paves the way in a 6-0 win over L.A. Not wanting to lose any ground to McGwire in the Maris chase, Ken Griffey Jr. got things going yesterday as well. Not before former Indian Larry Doby throws out the first pitch in the Cleveland-Seattle game. Junior Charles Nagy's fifth inning hasta luego, there it goes. The ball is expected to re-enter the atmosphere sometime next week. Goodness, he hit that thing. Jay Buhner also got into the action, one of 4 M's to go. But in a reincarnation of last year's headache, Seattle's bullpen chase collapsed. Cleveland, you're a 10-9 winner. The defending champion Florida Marlins, or at least what's left of them, taking on the Cubs. A mixed bag for fish catcher Charles Johnson. His major league record 172-game errorless streak came to an end in the first. But a 3-run shot later, Johnson and the Marlins were happy. They'll win 11-6.
I almost hit a fan.
Yeah. Big game in Cleveland last night, and the Magic and Cavs are both jockeying for playoff positions. Former Cav Mark Price has been described as the most popular athlete in Cleveland. How do you think the Cav fans felt about tangling with their Vitaly Potapenko? We're sure they like Bobby Sura, the former Florida State star, who led the way to Cleveland's 93-86 win. The comeback Cats returned to bluegrass country yesterday for a hero's welcome. 20,000 Kentucky crazed showed up at Rupp Arena to salute coach Tubby Smith, Final Four MVP Jeff Shepard, and the rest of the NCAA champion Kentucky team. Now here's a look at the rest of the day's scores.
If I pitch, can you catch? Will you hold the ball? When you step to the plate, will you swing and fall? If you play, you gotta know how it's done. Can you catch? Can you hold a hard one? I mean, baby, do you know the game? I mean, baby, do you know the game? I'm a big league pitcher. Can you catch the hurl I sling? Can you
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Today, you can choose from over 6,000 different mutual funds. But how do you choose a fund that's right for you? If you're investing for the long term, you want a mutual fund that also takes a long-term view, like the Berger New Generation Fund. This no-load fund seeks to invest in solid, innovative companies that we believe offer extraordinary opportunities for growth. In the past year alone, the Berger New Generation Fund has returned an impressive 24.2%, and since its introduction, the fund has delivered an average annual total return of 22.8%. It's easy to invest. Call us and we'll send you a free Berger Funds investment kit and a prospectus. In it, you'll find a clear description of the fund's time-tested investment strategy and objectives. For nearly a quarter century, the Berger Funds have helped thousands of people like yourself achieve their personal financial goals. For your free, easy-to-understand Berger Funds investment kit, call 1-800-401-5971. Call today.
If I was going to work, I should go to Washington. If I was going to play...
Once, if you reached into your pocket, pulled out a small device, punched a few buttons, and spoke to someone thousands of miles away, you might have been burned as a witch or drawn by Chester Gould. Now cell phones and the like are commonplace, and the only thing that amazes us anymore about electronic gadgets is how fast they become part of our lives. Our buddy Dick DeBartolo is here with new stuff just out and therefore on its way to obsolescence, it seems sometimes, right?
We do have some neat new stuff.
I love these segments. Can I just say, I mean, I'm the kind of person that goes into like one of these Sharper Image stores, and I'm there for an hour, and all my friends are saying, let's go, let's go.
Do you love these segments, or do you love me doing these
I
things?
love you doing these segments. Did I say that?
Okay. This is brand new from Brother. It's a neat idea. It's called the Geo Book. Now, you know, a very sophisticated organizer can run up to about $700.
Like one of those Palm Pilot
Yes, exactly.
things?
So at Brother Fell, they're bringing this in at $799. So it's a laptop computer. The difference is all the software is built in. So there is your own word processing. There's a built-in modem you can get on the internet. It's a VGA monitor, 10.4 inches. Glide point here. Run your finger around that to point the mouse. There's a floppy drive in there, so you can exchange programs with a regular PC.
Because I guess because some of these Palm Pilots and the other things, you have to plug it into your own PC.
Right,
so
exactly.
this is combining everything
This
in
is
one.
a combined thing. The difference with this one is at the $800 price point, you won't be adding outside programs. The upgrades and everything will come from Brother. But it's a great idea for the student, or a lot of people say to me, Dick, I just want to do some accounting, a little word processing. I don't want
not too much stuff.
Too much stuff. So about $800, and that just went into stores last week called Geo Book.
Right.
This is brand new from Samsung, a 9-inch VCR TV, and I think we have something actually play. Yeah, Dickie D, the last time here on World News Now. And this is now a worldwide TV because it can work off 12 volts, 24 volts, so that's your car, your airplane, all international voltages. So if you're a TV freak, you can go to weighs 24 pounds.
They just need a bigger handle. They should put, you know what they should do is put like backpack straps on this thing.
That's
so
a good idea. That's a good idea.
Or...
And it plays VHS tapes.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. We're actually playing a tape that when I was here last time. Oh, yeah. It's a complete VCR TV in a very small package.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
No rabbit ears, though.
No rabbit ears. No cable in the back. Video and audio outputs on the side. Very nice unit. Under $330.
Okay.
You were asking what this little blinking light was.
Kind of neat.
Yeah, I'm going to let you see. Let me just make sure that these are playing here. Let me just click this little thing to on. Oh, and now, of course, you know what happened is because I left them on all the time.
What are they?
They are, oh, they went dead. They're wireless headphones, and they're 900 megahertz. They're new from Jensen.
What does that mean?
900 megahertz means that the old headphones were called line of sight. You had to have your stereo where you could see it, and then you could hear the sound.
I got to tell you, this is how much like of a technological loser I am.
Yes,
I didn't even know that there were old wireless headsets. What have they been out, like 20 years or something?
Exactly.
Like, oh, man.
They were infrared technology. These guys will broadcast 150 feet, but through walls, through doors. So if you want to go out and put the garbage out, you can still
Or you can mow the lawn or something, right?
Well, it'll be a little noisy. At 150 feet, what's amazing about these guys is they're now under $100. They're from Jensen,
That's
900
terrific.
megahertz, wireless,
this thing
guys.
to go
Yeah,
along
yes, I'm
with it?
sorry. I should have explained it. This will plug into your TV or into your stereo, and that's what broadcasts to your wireless headphones. And you
right
get the
here.
whole outfit, okay?
Okay. It's a little flying
G-Shock watches from Casio. These are really amazing because...
Kind of like a Ginsu knife.
We had the car run over it before I got here. I just knocked two. They range anywhere from $80 to $280. Some of them have data banks
Do you have
in
to
them.
give those back
One of
after
them. Yeah, I do. But this one still running. They're really neat. Casio G-Shock watches. They really are amazing.
What's it aimed for? Just like the sports person for running, watching
Exactly.
for kids?
Yeah, for kids, for mountain climbers, you know, people who really, scuba divers, people who really hit it. Go, get
Oh, they're
it.
asking us to bang it again.
Yeah, do it. Come on, there you go, pal.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
They really are
Where's John
amazing.
Cameron Swayze when we need him? Take that, Timex.
All right, brand new from Motorola. The StarTAC has been a fantastic cell phone for them. So there's two new things. This is the ultimate one. This has a built-in answering machine. Has something called electronic note taker.
Wait. How does the answering machine work? Is it on a chip inside
It's on
it or
a chip
something
inside.
like that?
You're not on your cell phone. It said, I'm sorry, I'm not at my cell phone. Leave me a message. See this little button back here? Someone's giving you directions. Hold that button down where they're giving directions. The phone records the directions. Okay? So that runs anywhere from $800 to $1,200.
Or you could do own personal dictation on it if you really wanted to,
You
right? Or
could.
something like that?
It's a 4.5-minute chip, so you don't want to do too much dictation on it.
very well.
Coach is making leather cases for the new StarTAC. But what the big news
Aren't they
from
really?
Yeah.
Very handsome.
Aren't they really? They're
Coach stuff
leather.
is always
They
nice.
can be put through a belt or handheld. So they're brand new. And this is the new StarTAC 3000. This guy has all the bells and whistles taken out, but I've already seen it now for free. There are several phone services where if you sign up for service for a year, you get the StarTAC for free. Okay, so...
I mean, they've been doing that, but not with such
Not
premium
exactly.
phones,
Not
right?
that is exactly right.
Are these the digital phones?
No,
what they call that? Or?
no. These are analog phones. Okay. And our final guy, you're the first to ever try this, guy. These are called web internet glasses. Here, you put these on. You'll be able to walk down the street reading your email, and
I walk down the street with these, I'll probably be arrested.
And you'll have this.
Wow,
This will pick up the thing. Now, the slight drawback is you also will have to be carrying this.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
This is sort of like something in the Centers for Disease Control that I have to... So what is this supposed to do?
Actually, you don't see email on it?
No, I don't.
Oh, you know why you don't see email on it?
You know what I do see? The end of this segment right now, and now I see commercials.
My kids love chocolate milk.
This isn't just ordinary chocolate milk. It's rich chocolate Ovaltine. It's got vitamins Nestle Quick and Hershey syrup don't. For my kids, it's not ordinary chocolate milk. It's rich chocolate Ovaltine.
More Ovaltine, please!
He has not had diaper rash since I've switched to the Gold Bond Cornstarch Plus.
Medicated Gold Bond Cornstarch Plus baby powder has triple action to absorb, soothe, and protect against wetness.
He loves it. It makes Mom happy.
Gold Bond Cornstarch Plus, more than a baby powder, it's medication.
Why is America on America Online?
Email.
Travel arrangements. You can check out the news that I want.
We can shop.
I get the sports without waiting for the TV news.
Instant messages.
You name it. Online, I've got it.
America Online. Easy to use, friendly menus.
Click, you're online.
And we've spent over $500 million to more than triple capacity, all to make your online experience easier.
I can check my stocks all day long.
It puts the whole internet right at my fingertips.
It's so easy my dad can use it.
America Online. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
Heartburn facts from the American College of Gastroenterology.
Heartburn was ruining my life. I gave up spicy foods, tried different medicines. Nothing got rid of my heartburn completely. Was something really wrong? Was there nothing I could do?
If you have heartburn 2 or more times a week or don't get complete relief on your medicine, you may have something more serious, acid reflux disease. Call 1-800-HRT-BURN for free information, then see your doctor.
It was more serious than heartburn. With the doctor's help, I finally got complete relief. I haven't felt this good in years.
The nest is empty. Your work is done.
So powerful.
It's time to kick back and have some fun.
So agile.
You got the car now.
DeVille with the North Star system.
For who you are now, you're making whoopee.
DeVille for the time of your life.
Oh, look at you.
Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Sometimes Drew Carey is just a comedian whose sitcom dwells on his inability to find love. Put them both together, light a match, and puff, you've got a protest. Mark Coogan of station KABC tells that story from West Hollywood.
Okay, here we go, buddy.
Drew Carey doesn't smoke, but he did.
Oh, my God. Send me to jail.
The comedian was defying California's ban on smoking in bars. It was part of a protest organized by the Reason Foundation, an adjunct of the Libertarian political party.
I have a lot of friends that smoke. I think it's ridiculous that the government wants to be our nanny and always protect us all the time and keep people from doing whatever they want to do.
Since California became the only state to outlaw smoking in bars, some bar owners have complained their business has declined. But at this bar, Barney's Beanery in West Hollywood, ignoring the warning,
Oh, hey, buddy, it's illegal smoking here.
Thank you, is okay with management.
If they're so concerned about American people's health and well-being, stop the manufacture of them. Eliminate the whole problem.
Sooner or later, though, the fun was going to end, and it will, because the city of West Hollywood is promising to cite the owner of Barney's Beanery for breaking state law. That was the word from West Hollywood's mayor, who is all for the smoking ban.
Well, the fact of the matter is, if Drew Carey's secondhand smoke gives a waitress here lung cancer, then, we as a society have to pay for that.
Just last week, the state legislature refused to exempt bars from California's smoking law. The state launched its ad campaign against cigar smoking.
Need a light, Chad?
So the circle is tightening on smokers, although a trial next month for this Burbank bar owner, cited for letting smokers light up in his place, may help settle whether the ban really can be enforced. Meantime, it's a kind of guerrilla war in there.
You know what I think? You really want to hurt the government, you should just stop smoking altogether for a month and have them try to collect taxes on that. They won't be, then they'll wonder where the hell their money is.
He's somebody who is in the public eye, who people really, really look up to. And he's going off on something that I think most people feel is irresponsible.
I think Drew Carey's going to get a little bit of flack about that one.
Perhaps.
Well, that report was from Mark Coogan of KABC, and that's the news for this half hour.
But coming up, more news from ABC. Stick around if you can.
More insomniacs get their news from World News Now than from any other source. ABC News, now always on.
There's an incredible freedom that comes from owning a cellular phone.
I've been expecting your call. Yes.
And once you experience it, there's no turning back. Hi, I'm Dick Clark, and now everyone can enjoy the freedom of the new ISIS cellular phone from Philips with AT&T wireless services for just pennies a day. You can make a call anywhere.
Hello.
Or get a call anytime. Change your plans?
Well, call us if you need it.
No problem with the ISIS cellular phone. Stuck in traffic? Change that meeting before you're late.
Yeah, let's change that meeting to 10.
Got car trouble?
My car's broken down. Can you come and help?
Help is just a call away. And here's a great feature. A one-touch button for instant access to 911. And it can even operate using regular AA batteries in an emergency. It even has a 20-number built-in phone book. And best of all, there are no high-pressure salesmen to deal with. Just call the 800 number from the comfort of your home, and our friendly staff will help you. The phone arrives at your door within a few days, ready to use. There's an incredible freedom that comes with owning a cellular phone. So don't waste the day waiting for that call. Take the phone with you and make the most of your time.
I was expecting your call.
Get the Philips ISIS cellular phone, a $199 value, now just $19.95 through this DirecTV offer, complete with battery and charger. But wait, call now and get this genuine leather case, a $30 value, absolutely free. And when you sign up for an annual rate plan, you'll receive 30 included minutes each month for 12 months and unlimited off-peak airtime. We'll even pay any activation fee. It's an incredible offer.
There's never been an easier way to own a cellular telephone. And when you buy direct, you save a bundle. So pick up the phone, New York. It's for you.
There has never been a better time to go cellular. And with your Philips ISIS phone, activated with AT&T wireless service, made available by Worldwide Direct, you'll have everything you need. To order, call the number on your screen. Along with your phone, you receive a free leather case and rapid charger. Pick up the phone, New York. It's for you.
Country superstar Garth Brooks and Mimi Rogers. Next, Rosie.
An Arkansas town gathers to remember an unforgettable event.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Now.
At a memorial service, the people of Jonesboro are urged to keep their faith in human good. Hello from New York, I'm Mike Von Fremd in for Asha Blake.
And I'm Mark Mullen. It's Wednesday. Welcome. Also coming up this half hour, the murders in Jonesboro as seen through the eyes of two students, which you might find very compelling, some of the things they have to say. And going cross-country with a cowboy. First, though, the top of the news. Mike begins with that.
Thank you, Mark. The people of Jonesboro, Arkansas hope to move on with their lives today. Last night, they gathered by the thousands for a public memorial to the teacher and 4 students killed last week. President Clinton, who was in Africa, sent a videotaped message to his home state.
Like all of you, I do not understand what dark force could have driven young people to do this terrible thing. As president, I have seen many children killed by political fanatics. But in some ways, this is even harder to grasp. For now, all we can do is to pray for peace and healing for their families and for Jonesboro.
The 2 suspects, 11-year-old Andrew Golden and 13-year-old Mitchell Johnson, are being held in separate cells in a Jonesboro jail. They face a hearing in juvenile court at the end of the month. News reports say Johnson is also being investigated for allegedly molesting a 2-year-old girl in Minnesota last summer.
A California hospital worker who confessed to dozens of killings has had his license suspended for an additional 15 days. Efren Saldivar has been out of sight since his admission was made public last week. Yesterday, a judge held a hearing on his license, and Adrian Alpert of KABC TV reports Saldivar was a no-show.
Is Efren Saldivar here, or is anyone here on his behalf? All right, there's no appearance. We'll note the matter then as a default.
After getting an additional half hour to show up for his hearing, Efren Saldivar was declared a no-show, and the state's petition to suspend his license was heard without him.
Your Honor, we may never be completely sure, to the best of our knowledge, how the patients died under Mr. Saldivar's watch. But if you balance the protection of the public versus the mere privilege of Mr. Saldivar to continue his practice of respiratory care, the result must be a complete shutdown of his respiratory care license.
Saldivar purportedly confessed March 11th to up to 50 mercy killings at Glendale Adventist Medical Center in the past decade, but he was released for lack of evidence. Saldivar, a respiratory therapist who worked on patients like this, said he either used drugs or suffocation to commit euthanasia. The hospital will not be a party in Saldivar's suspension hearings, but will follow the legal proceedings. Meanwhile, the Therapists Professional Association, of which Saldivar was not a member, condemned his confessed actions.
Should the facts support the information we have been reading, we have nothing but condemnation for that act. Any illegal or unethical act on any part of any member of the profession cannot be condoned.
This is Adrian Alpert for ABC News.
A new study suggests that the diet pill Redux was probably not harmful to most people who used it. The Georgetown University study found no sign that the once popular prescription drug damaged heart valves if used for just 2 or 3 months. It did not rule out the possibility of such damage if used for many months. The government pulled Redux from the market in September.
A woman who was on the front lines of the feminist movement has died. Former New York Congresswoman Bella Abzug was elected in 1970 and immediately made waves as a champion of women's issues and opponent of the Vietnam War. Abzug died of complications from heart surgery. She was 77. President Clinton is pledging to help preserve Africa's environment. In a speech in Botswana, Mr. Clinton said he will seek Senate approval of a treaty designed to slow the spread of deserts. And Mr. Clinton said NASA will conduct a satellite environmental review of southern Africa. Some people in Zimbabwe are taking their own controversial steps to protect one endangered species, the elephant. Here's ABC's Jim Wooten.
In this hot, hard place called Mabali, a story song for everything. For work and water, for cattle and kids, and neighbors too. Elegant, frisky, comical and curious. And some, like this one, not so nice to have next door.
There's no more trees left, there's no more forest left. That's because of elephants, concentration of elephants on this particular place here.
Buck DeVries, hunter, conservationist, and defender of campfire, a project that offends environmentalists because it converts Zimbabwe's wildlife, including elephants, into revenue for local residents. It works like this. Hunters like American Donald Kress pay $12,000 for safari licenses, then head into the bush to stalk ancient bulls that are no longer breeding.
That was a good shot.
And of course, to kill them. Last year, 100 old elephants were shot. The meat goes to the people, and the money, $7 million earned so far, to projects like this community hall. There's a wildlife price list on the wall, or this pipeline to bring water from a distant well, or this clinic. Before it was built, the nearest medical facility was 60 miles away. The U.S. Agency for International Development subsidizes campfire with about $2.8 million a year. In America, the Humane Society and other groups who oppose all hunting on philosophical grounds are naturally aghast that U.S. tax dollars, however few, should be used in any way, however small, in killing an endangered species. But since campfire began, the elephant population here has increased from 45,000 to 60,000. That's because the hunters kill only the oldest elephants, and overall poaching is down. The people are protecting them because the elephants mean cash, and in this place much more amenable to animals than humans, there is now some hope for both. Jim Wooten, ABC News, Zimbabwe.
That's spectacular pictures. After 14 months at San Diego's SeaWorld, JJ the whale has gone home to the ocean. She was lifted out of transport boat yesterday and then let go. JJ had been found early last year on a California beach, undersized and unconscious. Scientists nurtured her back to health, feeding her about 700 pounds of food a day. At nearly 10 tons, JJ is the largest animal ever released into the wild. Mark, I saw that one of the dangerous things about that is that when you take her out of the water and just put her on a truck to transport her to another place, she's so heavy that she actually is vulnerable of crushing herself. I mean, it's just something I never thought about. The water is what protects whales.
They've put a radio transmitter on JJ and as well as satellite transmitter, so they'll track her for a couple of days in a boat, and then they'll hope to track it as long as 18 months by satellite.
They're very fearful that she may not make it in the wild, but let's hope.
Everyone can hope so. Well, if JJ wasn't already wet, she would be today as El Nino-driven storms unload once again on California. The East Coast and Great Lake regions will also get a soaking. It will be warmer than normal from the Mississippi eastward. It was what in Manhattan yesterday? Like almost 90 degrees, right? 87? Something like that.
Records dropping.
That's right. Below normal temperatures continue in the west with all of that rain. More on the national outlook, local forecast, and new additions at the San Diego Zoo.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I do not care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, 'cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, 'cause it's 1, 2,
World News Now weather, brought to you by Pepsid AC.
There you
go.
You know what, Grandpa?
What?
Mommy said that Grandma's pizza will make your heart burn.
My heartburn. Oh, heartburn. Well, your mommy doesn't know about my secret weapon for heartburn. Pepsid AC. See, I always take one before I eat your grandma's pizza.
So your heart won't burn?
Not even if I put green peppers all over the whole thing.
Green peppers, you eat those things?
Yes.
I like anchovies.
You can be heartburn-free with Pepsid AC.
The wide-open spaces of the Chevy Tahoe. Just one of America's natural wonders. Chevy Tahoe.
You know a toilet's favorite stain remover is Clorox bleach. But bleach doesn't stick to the sides of the bowl where the stains hang out. That's why we created new Clorox Bleach Toilet Bowl Cleaner. Now with twice as much Clorox bleach in a gel that sticks to stubborn stains till they're gone. Leaves the bowl sparkling clean and sanitary too, with a nice fresh scent. New Clorox Bleach Toilet Bowl Cleaner. The bleach that sticks to stains.
The number to keep in mind is 17. Got that? 17. Bulls and Pistons. Scottie Pippen's one of the best defenders in the league, but he gets absolutely used and abused by Grant Hill. Jerry Stackhouse also dunking on Pippen. Those 2 points completed Detroit's comeback from down 17. Late in the fourth, his airness looked more like his airness. Jordan's missed dunk leads to Joe Dumars' tray. Detroit thought they were going to end their 17-game losing streak in the Windy City, but no soup for you. The Bulls win in OT 106-101. San Francisco and Houston straight to the top of the lucky 13th. That's lucky if you're a Giants fan. The dribbler back up the middle brings home the winning run. San Francisco, tacks on 4 more just for fun. 9-4 is your final. Yesterday was a big day in Tampa and Phoenix. The Devil Rays and Diamondbacks made their debut. There's been a ton of press on the new franchises, but none like this from ESPN's Nick Bakay.
Just when you thought baseball should consider cutting back, maybe eliminate a couple of teams, along comes expansion. The Brain Trust decided that the game needed the kind of shot in the arm that can only be provided by a couple of retirement communities, Arizona and Tampa Bay. Let's see how they stack up at the tail of the tape. Regional AKAs, Tampa Bay, the Big Guava. Arizona, Death's Green Room. Advantage Devil Rays. Entertainment dollars baseball must compete with. Arizona, country line dancing. Tampa Bay, gator wrestling. Advantage, Arizona. Let's tush push. Local exotica. Tampa Bay, hand-rolled cigars. Arizona, they just opened another Applebee's at the mall. Advantage Tampa Bay. Team merchandise is already favored by Arizona, West Coast Gangsters. Tampa Bay, East Coast Gangsters. Advantage, I'm withholding my call until I see what Puff Daddy's wearing. The kids like the Puff Daddy, right? And finally, veteran leadership. Arizona, Matt Williams can teach young players about the mental aspects of using Rogaine. Tampa Bay, Wade Boggs can teach young players how to get their mistresses to cook chicken. Advantage Tampa Bay. I love the ladies, and I love to eat. So there you have it. It's all so simple when you break things down scientifically. In a sparsely attended twilight doubleheader, the advantage goes to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. But hey, when you are talking about game time temperatures hot enough to melt wood, everyone's a winner. Until next time, I'm Nick Bakay reminding you the numbers never lie.
That's sports for this half hour.
Back in a moment.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Petty plan
Petland Discounts, you'll find everything you need to create a spectacular aquarium. We feature the complete line of Tetra foods and aquarium products. I'm Neil Padron, president. We keep our fish healthy and colorful with Tetra.
If fish could talk, they'd ask for Tetra at
Petland Discounts.
At Petland we care.
Petland Discounts.
At Petland we care.
Elizabeth Machado said goodbye acne.
Thank you, Dr. Zismore.
Bernice Palmer said no more dark spots.
Thanks, Dr. Zismore.
Now you can have beautiful, clear skin. I'm Dr. Zismore, and I can help you look your best. My office provides great skin care at a fair price. Call me for an appointment at 212-594-SKIN, and you can start on the road to beautiful, clear skin now.
Look great this spring. Have a chemical peel at our office now. Call 212-594-SKIN for an appointment.
Jonesboro, Arkansas yesterday marked the moment exactly 1 week after the schoolyard ambush that left 4 students and a teacher dead. Thousands of people gathered for a memorial service last night. The children of Jonesboro have been getting help. The memorial service is part of dealing with the grief. There have been counselors at the school as well to talk about fear and loss. But the shooting echoed among young people across the country, too. 13-year-old Sarah Herbst goes to middle school in Scarsdale, and 11-year-old Nick Carcatera goes to Country Day School, also in Westchester, New York. Nice to see both of you. Thanks for being with us this morning. Sarah, let me begin with you. What was your first reaction when you heard about this story, and have you thought about it since?
Yeah, I thought about it a lot. It's very disappointing, and it's like, I can't believe that something like, it's like, you know, it's surprising how a 13-year-old and 11-year-old would do something like that. I mean, I've heard about 16-year-olds or older. I mean, even 16-year-olds is young, but 13-year-olds and 11-year-olds was a big shock.
And especially, you're 13 years old, and Nick, you're 11 years old. Do you feel the same way?
Well, I thought it was really scary because at least one of them was showing like a downfall in his attitude and stuff, but one of them was just regular. So it's like me going into school one day and talking to one of my friends, and then next day him doing something like what they did. So
what about the one, though, who allegedly said the week before in sort of a bragging fashion, I'm going to do something big? Even if that was a fellow classmate, would you take something like that so seriously? Because kids can say a lot of things.
Well, some of the things I would have taken seriously because, like, apparently one time he drew a knife and another time he actually had a gun in his hand and said he was going to shoot himself. That I'd take seriously. If, like, one of my friends was showing me a gun in school, then I'd be like, whoa.
Right.
But if he was just saying, oh, I'm going to shoot people, then I'd be like, yeah, right, man.
Sarah, do you blame the school in a situation like this, or do you think that this is just such a strange, isolated incident?
I don't think they really teach this kind of thing in school, but what I do blame, I really do blame a lot on games like Nintendo 64, and a lot of it on TV. It's a lot of influencing, and all these other things, like you hear about crime in even here in New York City, but really it's like you really don't think it would ever happen. Like if I live, I don't, like, I'd never think it would happen in my neighborhood, but you never know. It could.
Yeah, a lot of people, though, play video games, and a lot of people see movies and television shows with violence and stuff like that. Nick?
I have kind of the opposite opinion. I think everyone has to draw their line between fiction and reality. I mean, if you can recognize, like if I'm watching a TV show and there are people having a gunfight and shooting each other, if I'm playing a video game, I have to recognize that it's fake and not think, ooh, I should do that too, you know? So it's all in the person. I don't think it has anything to do with what's broadcast.
New York is obviously far away from Arkansas, but is this a subject that you all have spoken about in school?
Yeah, I studied I studied with my social studies teacher, and we just talked about it, and we do that sometimes on topics like this, and it's just very upsetting and to actually just think about it, just even think about it.
Something like this is very shocking, and I think that's universally agreed upon regardless of the age. I think what a lot of people don't realize, though, is that stress seems to be very prevalent in a lot of young people's lives. True or false, Sarah?
I think it's very true. I know for myself, it's like I might overdo it. I don't know if it's just me or if it's my teachers, but I feel I get a ton of homework. Plus, I always have to keep up with my schedule, and I have to I have my grades I have to keep up, and it's like it's just a lot of work, and it's like I feel it's very overpressuring. I'm sure the two kids and a lot of other kids, practically most kids, feel the same way.
Yeah, let me ask your opinion on that, Nick, because, you know, you'll hear from a lot of parents who will always say, you know, young people these days have a lot more pressures than we did growing up. You think that's true?
Not really, and also for me it was easier because I have a little stress, but not as much as other people, because I have an older sister, and I see like she's stuck up in her room doing like 6-7 hours of homework each night, and she's in high school, so I figure if I'm doing an hour, then I'm lucky, so I don't figure that it's that much.
I think what a lot of people wonder, and I'm sure one of the reasons why you all discussed it in your classes in schools, is that thoughts like this sort of linger. Because when you look at some of the pictures on television, you hear the stories and you know how shocking it is, it can't help but linger. Does it give you all the feeling ever of being a little unsafe?
Not really, because my friends, I know I'm contradicting what I said before, where I said that you knew the person and they changed the next day, but I'm pretty sure that none of my friends would do something like that. I'm pretty sure none of my friends' parents have guns that they would steal or know, and if they do have them, then they wouldn't know where they are, so.
And despite all of the bragging that these kids did beforehand, I think a lot of people in Jonesboro, Arkansas were very surprised that these kids could have done something like that as well. Your thoughts, Sarah?
I'm sure they're surprised. I mean, like, you never know. See, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Like, my dad, he has guns, but, like, they're legal, and you never know, because you never know. Like, you never know if somebody could sneak into your house one night. Like, you might not set your alarm right, and it might not go on. Somebody could sneak into your house and, like, take them and shoot. You never know. Or they could have a gun on them, and you never know how safe you are. I mean, there have been murders and suicides and robberies, like, even in Westchester and in areas around it, which is normally supposed to be safe.
And as was Jonesboro, Arkansas.
It's just unpredictable.
Yeah, which is the last question I was going to ask you. I mean, is this something that lingers in your mind, or do you just sort of chalk this up as being a real tragic incident which happened that was a strange occurrence?
I kind of go with the second one. I think if it had happened in New York, I'd be thinking a lot more about it, just thinking this happened really close. Even though it was in the United States and it was a terrible thing, it's not as bad as if it had happened closer, because it's kind of far away. Even though it's right on the cover of every magazine,
right.
You just kind
of. I agree with Nick. I mean, it makes you feel a little more unsteady if it happens closer to you, but still, it still makes you worry a little, even if it's a mile, like, very far away.
Right, exactly. Sarah Herbst, thank you very much. Nick Carcaterra, thank you very much. We appreciate you sharing your thoughts. You're watching ABC's World News Now.
Hey, when it comes to the weekend, we figure it's time for kicking back. Yeah, right.
Now there's a car that helps your supercharged family take leisure to a new extreme. The new supercharged Regal GS. Besides having more standard safety features than any car in its class, Regal also has room for 5 very supercharged people and all their supercharged toys. And now, Regal comes with something that'll make it even easier to drive. The new Regal GS by Buick. Official car of the supercharged family.
Come closer. I smoke, but can you see tar stains on my teeth? Or smell tobacco on my breath? My mouthwash is Targon.
We stain tiles with tobacco tar. After rinsing in Targon mouthwash, the tar is gone.
Make Targon your brand.
Mother, there's too many of you crying. He's leaving. On that midnight train to Georgia. I'm so tired of being alone.
Presenting Solid Gold Soul. You'll get 22 classics.
It was just my imagination.
Get Solid Gold Soul at a very special price.
Ha! What you see is what you get. The big stuff.
Then audition other great albums. There's no minimum to buy. Cancel anytime.
Everybody plays the fool sometimes.
Solid Gold Soul. Call now.
To order Solid Gold Soul, call 1-800-951-9449 or send $12.99 plus $3.95 shipping and handling to the address on your screen.
When you fly coast to coast, you can really get a little stiff back there in coach, and it can be more of a strain to drive. Ray Pykush is doing it on horse. That's right, clippity-clop, bouncy-bounce. Just thinking about it can cause saddle sores. But Pykush was almost stopped 30 miles from his Pacific goal because people were concerned for the health effects on his horse. Greg Goudelet of KGO in San Francisco reins in the story.
This is one good horse.
Bo and Ray, Bo's the one with the 4 hooves, have come a long way together. 3,800 miles so far. The two left New Hampshire April 15th of last year, heading west through blizzards in the Rockies, desert heat. The end of his golden rainbow stretching across the San Francisco Bay, a childhood dream.
I was in a bit of a rut, and it came back to me. This is what I should be doing this year. I could have done a lot of things, but nothing better. Struck off on a pair of wings and a prayer, with a good horse and less than $200 in my pocket.
Their voyage almost ended here in the ritzy peninsula community of Woodside, where some concerned citizens apparently spotted the road-weary duo and called the sheriff's office and Humane Society to complain about animal abuse. But after a veterinary checkup and an overnight detention, the two were given a green light, resting up for their final charge at the Golden Gate Bridge this weekend. Goodwill and work got them across the country. The plastic bag holds the good wishes of the hundreds who wrote and followed his journey. Admirers like Keith Simon, who feel Ray's character and freedom embody the real West.
When you see a guy like Ray, who has traveled across this country, isn't that everybody's dream? Don't fence me in.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give you some more of that alfalfa.
Meanwhile, Ray takes it all with cowboy modesty.
This is as much a success story for the American people as for me and Bo. I started out as just me and Bo, but now we're carrying the hopes and dreams of hundreds of people. And that's okay, because dreams aren't heavy. Sometimes the only thing kept us going.
You know, they have all that fanfare about somebody who makes it across the world, or at least tries, and doesn't even succeed on a balloon. This guy makes it across the country on a horse, and this is the first I've heard about it.
Yeah, all that horsepower, too.
Okay. That, by the way, was Greg Goudelet of KGO reporting, and that's news for this half hour.
It's April 1st, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
Coming up, we think, more news from ABC.
You know, in some ways, life is like a really cool game. Of course, if you lose a game, you can always play again. But life's not really a game. That's why you have to decide against taking drugs, smoking, and drinking. I'm Jonathan Taylor Thomas, asking you to make the right decisions right now.
This year, your yard may be full of barbecues, family reunions, baseball games, even a junior circus. For less than the cost of this newspaper, your Lawn Doctor dealer will help keep your yard green and lush. Get the healthy lawn you want for $29.95 or less, with all the granular nutrients and only the weed and insect controls your lawn needs. Only $29.95 or less per service. Only from Lawn Doctor. Nobody does it better.
This is one of the most spectacular kitchens in New York City. No, it's not at any five-star restaurant. It's at the New York Restaurant School. Here you can learn to be a trained chef, pastry chef, manager, or owner. You'll train on the most modern, state-of-the-art equipment from some of the finest instructors in the country.
For people with difficult daytime schedules, there's special overnight classes, midnight to 6 a.m. Call 1-800-538-4300. That's 800-538-4300. People say it's the best furniture buying experience we've ever had. Quality, design, service. Maurice Valenci. Count on us.
There was a time I shopped department stores, usually just as sales, but now it's pretty much just Loehmann's.
Me? Pay regular price? No way.
Loehmann's? Because of the designers? Because of the prices?
They were twice as much everywhere else.
I got this at Loehmann's. These?
Did I mention the shoes? Great shoes.
And everything he's wearing, too.
You know, the way I see it, spending less is the best revenge.